A whoops moment?
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to us up. Okay, this is embarrassing to admit.
Okay, that's perfect.
I had a lot of times of getting accidentally burned and scarred up all over my body. Don't be like me. Learn lessons.
Welcome back to another episode of Uncensored, and we are here again with the wonderful Avery Jane, and we are going to go through some rapid fire questions. First, rapid fire question. What is your whoops moment? We all have them. What is a whoops moment you've had subbing to start?
A whoops moment?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Take your time.
okay.
Have you ever had an accident with a dom? Did you ever say something silly and it broke the scene in a really fun way?
Oh, okay. I remember one time. Okay, so one time I was doing a performance. It was an impact play performance, and usually when I bottom, I get really, really quiet, super quiet, nonverbal, because I'm enjoying it. I'm literally just in my own world, enjoying it. And so I remember after a while, this dom finally comes up and he kind of gets in my ear, and he's rubbing on me after he just whipped me, and he whispers, "Are you okay?" And I was like, and he goes, "Can you make a sound or two just out loud so everyone knows you're okay?"
Mhm.
And I was like, and he hits me again, and I was just like, but I was like, I'm fine. This is my process. This is how I bottom. But he was like, "It's a performance. Can you please just make sounds so they know that you're everything's good?" I was like, "I'm so sorry. I'm just so in it right now." So I had to try to actively be like, "Okay, react when he hits you. He's literally whipping you. Your skin's bleeding right now, bitch. React."
Yeah, he's getting concerned.
Literally.
He's like, please say this feels good or something so that people can know.
And just the way my pain tolerance works is I don't react too much. I don't verbalize that much. I'm internalizing it and enjoying it and loving it. So I was quiet. It was probably a boring performance.
That's so funny. The fact that he's going in and whispering,
Literally.
eyes to the camera, can you make a sound, please?
"Can you please?" And he's like, "Dear God, please." These people think I'm something bad is happening right now.
Oh my gosh, that poor Dom. Oh my God. Yeah, I've had sessions like that before too, where they're not making a sound, and I'm like, I literally can't tell how hard I'm going right now because this person's not saying anything to me.
No reaction for you to
Yeah.
go off of.
I know, and I was like, okay, let's verbalize now. On a scale of 1 to 5, is this a 1 or a 5 right now? Let's make it very clear.
See, that's for all of us nonverbal bottoms. We need that. We need the scales and the systems.
It's good to know. It's good to know. What is a whoops moment that you've had while doming then, right? I've had so many moments where when I was starting off, I was wearing heels that were too big, and I'm tripping on the carpet, trying to act sexy and trying to ball bust someone. I'm like,
Trying to think. I mean, okay. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Okay, this is embarrassing to admit.
okay, that's perfect.
Okay,
Say it.
because it's not to me it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for myself because it's a learning moment. But okay, one time I was domming someone and it was for a scene, a porno scene, and I wasn't used to domming on camera. I wasn't used to just domming in general. It's still newer for me, and this was a more involved femdom scene where I'm literally I'm strapping him with big toys. I'm f***ing him. I pee on him. I did the most. But I still wanted to stick true to myself and my nature and who I am. So instead of wearing traditional, just what you'd imagine a femdom wearing, or the black or the leather, the latex, I literally dressed up like a cutesy little girl, and I'm a brat dom. I'm still me. I'm still cute. I'm still baby, but I'm just gonna fuck the shit out of you. Um, but I think because I just wasn't so used to the energy exchange at the time, I still definitely was playing around behind the scenes with the sub, like, playing around, like, doing, like, little silly, like, sexy things to where, like, the director was like, "Can you please get in here? Like, you're not supposed to fuck the subs. Like, you're not supposed to be, like, playing the subs. Like, we're supposed to be shooting this." And I was like, but I got so like, I was like, "I'm sorry, I know I'm supposed to be the dom, but I'm also the slut, so, like, I'm supposed to be, like, strapping this man in the ass, and he's wearing, like, my clothes. He's wearing, like, a cute little girly top and, like, panties, but then we're, like, fooling around behind the scenes, and I was like, yeah, like, if I'm gonna actually, like, start doming dudes, like, I gotta differentiate that hard line between my dom and my sub switchy moments, where it's like, I gotta stop fucking the subs.
You know, like, the outfit really does bring out a different part of your personality and really does, like, get you into the right headspace and stuff like that.
It really does. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. I was like, okay, I can't be too cutesy when I dom anymore
But,
because
but I feel like you can, right? So, like, I think there's a style for it that is, like, untapped, I think, in our niche
Mhm.
sometimes. But for, like, a femdom shoe where it's, like, people have expectations of what a dom is supposed to be,
Right.
they might not necessarily understand it,
Right.
right?
It's fun to play around with. It's like the pink dungeon that I see a lot of people work out of, and I know some pro doms that work out of the pink dungeon.
That's my favorite dungeon in,
So
LA.
much. I love it so much because it's that balance of, the domination, but also everything's pink,
Mhm.
everything's pretty, everything's girly, but you can also still be like powerful and strong and like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's more satisfying too to dress up the subs in the pink frilly
Mhm.
cutesy stuff.
Yeah, they have a great feminization room in the bathroom. Have you been there before? Or
Yeah,
okay, yeah, I love that
I
place.
love
It
it.
has a I think under the I was just there last night. I'm gonna be there tomorrow again.
Oh my god, I'm jealous.
I live there basically whenever I'm in LA. It's so good. Yeah, and all the tools and toys, it's so well curated.
They have everything.
Mm-hmm. What is a phrase or safe word that you are unable to take seriously?
I'm unable to take seriously.
Either that you have for yourself or someone else like said.
Um, this might sound messed up. I'm like, this doesn't even sound as fun as I wanted to sound, but at this point, I feel like a safe word that's hard for me now to even register or take seriously is stop. And I explain to people because, like, on a porn set, like, if I'm like, getting railed out, a lot of, I'm like, during sex, sometimes you're like, don't stop, or like the words are coming out and you don't know what's going on.
Uh-huh.
So now I'm like, I won't even accept stop as a safe word because of that.
Uh-huh.
Now it's literally cut, like on a
Yeah.
set. I'm like, I have a hard time with like the reds, greens, yellows,
Mhm.
like everything. Now I'm completely just like cut because I know that means like the camera cuts, everything cuts.
Uh-huh.
But with stop, I'm like, no, like imagine someone's like doing something to me, and there's confusion between like stop and like don't stop, don't stop. Like
And I've been in scenes too before where like people will negotiate it consensually that stop means you can keep going, right?
that's
Yeah, because like
right.
that's sort of like I've had a sub where he's like, I want to say stop a lot, but like keep going. My safe word is going to be something else
Exactly.
because he wants to feel like it's like forced in a way, and saying that like helps create the ambiance.
Right. It's like the consensual non-consent, the
Yes.
CNC. It's an aspect where yeah, I'm like stop doesn't really feel like the right safe word these days anymore all the
Yeah, it
time for
depends. Yeah,
everyone.
for people who are really experienced, yeah, you're sort of like there's so much play on language that you need something weird and wacky to like really like cut the scene.
Literally. Literally. Pomegranate.
Yeah, oh my gosh, Palmer. What is your safe word? Do you have a safe word when you're playing that's like that you like to use?
I have not in a while. I don't think I've used a safe word in a while. I don't think I've ever actually used a safe word ever.
Oh, you're like I can take it all.
Kinda, yeah, like, which it's been to my detriment sometimes, like, sometimes I have a hard time knowing my own limits because I like to push them, um, but yeah, I don't typically I've never not in most memory that I've ever, like, needed to safe
Mhm.
word.
How do you take care of yourself when you push your own limits past what you can take? And what's that aftercare for yourself look like? Because I think a lot of subs like, like we talk a lot about like boundaries and all of that, but sometimes you don't know until you get there. You're learning about yourself when you get there. How does
Literally.
that aftercare look like when that happens then?
Typically it looks like nursing some type of wound or something that might have happened.
Yeah.
Um, a thing I used to do a lot when I first started was I used to get accidentally burned a lot because I do a lot of fire play and I do a lot of candle wax play.
Yes, yeah.
And I used to get burned a lot because we were all still figuring out, type of wax to use and what materials to use and,
Yeah.
what's okay and what's not. And so I had a lot of times of getting accidentally like burned and scarred up all over my body. And for that, aftercare was learning how to heal my body and learning how to get rid of scars and learning how to properly research what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Um, and, I have to put in a lot of effort now actively, um, to just connect with myself in those moments, to communicate with myself. How are we feeling? Remember, like, you have a higher pain tolerance than normal. Is this a normal pain or is this an injury pain? Like, I have to be extra careful about if my body's getting injured or not, because sometimes I don't always feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, it's just a lot of the aftercare is kind of just like healing the boo-boos and learning and just figuring out my own body.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's really important, sort of like differentiating different kinds of pain, right? And the thing is, like, you don't really know sometimes until you go through it.
Literally, you just
Like,
have to go through it.
yeah, you gotta go through it. You have to do it with someone like you trust, and then like having that like mind body connection.
Hmm.
Because in a scene, everything feels good,
Literally,
you know,
literally.
and it can be really hard to tell, which like requires a good talk to sometimes be able to tell for you, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Literally. Because I've had that before too, where like, like with like rope bondage, I've had tops recognize like, you know what, I think it's time to like take you down or to move this part. And again, I'm nonverbal. I'm not there. I'm in my own world. So I'm just like, mm-hmm,
Yeah, I believe you.
yeah, yeah. If you say so, like if you think my leg's turning purple and it's about to fall, like sure, you can take me down. So yeah,
Oh my
just
god, I hope it didn't turn purple though.
no, it's never been that bad.
Okay, yeah. Your leg should not turn purple when you're
Never,
in rope.
never,
Yeah, rope can cause nerve damage, so it should never actually turn purple. Yeah.
never turn purple. You should always, yeah, make sure
Yeah.
circulation is fully going through.
Yes, yeah, make sure there's circulation going everywhere.
I think for me, that's basically it. It's just once I start to go numb, even that like feels good to me, But
Yes.
people would be like, "Oh, can you like feel that?" And I'll be like, "No." And I'm like,
Mhm.
"Okay, then time to come down." And I'm like,
Yes, yeah.
"Oh, okay."
Yeah, you do. It does seem like you have a really, really high tolerance for quite a bit, which is going to be fun when we shoot.
Right? It's funny. I think it really all like levels out with my mental health. Like I can really tell like where my mental health is at versus like how
Mm,
things are for me.
yeah.
Um And yeah, I'm like weird to say it, but like the like healthier and happier and more excited I am,
Mm-hmm.
I can take so much more
Mm-hmm.
because it, just I don't know. When you exist in a state of bliss, things tend to feel blissful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And to end, if you are going to give like one or two sentences to convince a kink curious person to explore kink, but they've been vanilla their whole life,
Mhm.
what would you say?
I would tell them to explore kink based on um their own wants, needs, desires, traumas, things they're working at. They should explore that based off of their own personal and not someone else's, not a partner's, not someone else that they're trying to. They need to explore it within themselves and figure out what it is in their psyche that they're exploring and processing and getting through and, getting connected with, and do it all very slowly. Don't go run and like get tied up and lit on fire your first day. Like
Mm-hmm.
slow down. don't, don't be like me. Learn lessons. Go slow. Like have fun. Have fun with like every little moment to soak it in and go slow and like don't miss anything to like by rushing.
Mhm.
Because there's so much. Like there's so much. You and your body are not going anywhere. Like you have so much of it to explore.
Mhm. Absolutely. Thank you so much again, Avery, for being on. And that is this episode of Uncensored.